I visited Tracon in Tampere Talo in Tampere, Finland. The Tracon is one of Finland's biggest convention and in my opinion also one of the best conventions. It is, I think, easily in my top 5 best conventions, definitely in my top 5 best anime conventions. So I last visited Tracon in 2013 or 2012, so I hadn't been in a long time and I instantly felt extremely nostalgic when I walked the hallways of Tampere Talo again, because this is a place where I had many fond memories, many really impactful fun memories. These were some of my first really great big convention experiences and they left an impact on me, and part of me was worried that maybe it won't be as good as I remember it because I was younger and these were some of my first convention experiences and maybe the wow effect was sort of subdued by now, but it wasn't. I was extremely nostalgic and extremely happy to be back. And when I was complaining about Unicon not having enough panels and enough programming, that is something you just can't complain about with Tracon. The programming of Tracon is amazing. There's always stuff to do, and if you don't find stuff to do, then that's completely on you, because there are like at least 5 panels going around at the same time. And then there's other stuff you can do, like play mini games and Dance Revolution and these sort of rhythm games and whatnot, and go to the artist alley and go to the sales hall. Now granted, the large sales hall wasn't opened on the first day, so it was just the artist alley and the flea market, so a lot of people gathered there, but it was still a lot to do even on the first day, which was just a Friday evening. I attended 3 lectures. I attended a lecture about mental health issues in Digimon and how like mental health as a topic is approached and talked about in Digimon. Then I visited a lecture about what makes a good anime character and a bad anime character, or about like writing characters, what makes a well written anime character or a manga character. And then I attended a lecture about Makoto Shinkai movies, which was actually, I think, the only lecture I visited that was in English. All the other ones were in Finnish. Now, of course, there were some lectures which I liked better than some other lectures, some that I felt were a little bit better done, but I don't want to diss on any of the lecturers, because I think they all, it is a passion project for all of them. They are doing this out of their free time and free will, and all of the ideas and concepts I think were generally very good and very cool, and I extremely enjoy attending lectures, so I don't want to discourage anyone from doing them in any way. And I think it's so cool that people come with like the different topics that they are passionate about. I really enjoy listening to lectures at conventions more and more as time goes by. Like the academic in me is just so happy. But there was also a large outside area you could enjoy, and the outside area was actually free, so you could just enjoy it without the convention ticket as well. Fun fact, or not so fun fact, is that this convention sold out in like 10 minutes, so I didn't actually get a ticket, but I managed to become a model for the third day the Lolita fashion show, and I'm extremely grateful that I could, but I'll speak more about that later. I knew I was going to be a Lolita fashion model on the third day, so I wanted to cosplay the first 2 days. And again, I visited lectures. I enjoyed the outside area. On the second day, I visited a lecture about Lolita fashion and fast fashion, and also I saw a cosplay catwalk and a lecture about animations for adults, which and a lecture about DJing and the representation of DJs in anime, which I also think was very interesting and very cool, unique take. So yeah, I was overall very happy, and I get to hang out with my friends, which is always a good thing. And there were so many amazing cosplayers at that convention. I know I always say that like about any convention, but just because this convention is so much bigger, the pure scale means that there are so many more like these really, really amazing high profile cosplayers as well. And also that you can find cosplayers from like these really niche series that I would never find here locally. I found an icy cosplayer, like okay, Wingslab isn't that niche, but when it comes to cosplaying it isn't super popular. So I was actually really happy to find an icy cosplayer. There was a toy store near my hotel, and of course I had to go and just check out the toy store. And it was an amazing toy store. It wasn't one of the main chains which have sort of spread throughout the Baltics and Finland as well. It was like its own thing. It was just called the toy store, and they had an amazing selection. They had Disney fairy dolls. They had the new Bratz remake dolls that have just come out. They had lots of Barbies which I hadn't seen. They had Disney villains. They even had Monster High dolls, like OG Monster High dolls, not the current reboot. They still had some from like 2007, so when the quality had already dropped, but still. It was just such a good store. I was really tempted to buy a Rosetta doll because I hadn't seen Disney fairy dolls in ages. Actually, the copyright on that one said 2022, so I'm wondering if they're producing Disney fairy dolls again. They also had some rainbow high dolls, but in that department there wasn't really anything we don't have. But they had like collector Barbies as well, which I loved. They were beautiful. So I was very excited about that toy store and their collection. And on the second day, I actually also visited a doll collectors meetup. I would say that it was 80% polyps and then some BGDs, and I did see some like obscure dolls as well. So I was hoping to sort of meet some Playline doll collectors as well, but sadly that didn't happen. But it was still very cool, and it was very cool to see everyone's dolls, and there were some people selling dolls, and there were some people selling doll clothes for polyps, and like also selling actual dolls. So that was very, very cool. Now on the third day was the day of my Lolita fashion show, and I couldn't film that much due to the fact that I was in rehearsals in the morning, and I obviously wasn't gonna film the rehearsals. My mom did actually film the fashion show, so hopefully I have some footage from that. I still haven't looked at the footage myself. I kind of dread looking at it. I was kind of nervous because I'm not super good at like walking to catwalk or walking to stage, so I was kind of nervous, but I'm glad we had rehearsals because I felt good after the rehearsals. Everyone was super nice. It was super nice meeting all the Lolitas, and afterwards we also had, after the rehearsals, there was also a Lolita meetup, which I was very happy to be a part of, and it was also really fun. We played some games, and also really great to see all the Finnish Lolitas. The Finnish Lolita community just always blows my mind. They have so many cool events and cool people and cool Lolitas. Like Estonia has an amazing Lolita community, but it's very, very small in comparison. I also really like all the people in our community, but just this sheer scale of Finnish Lolita community always surprises me still, even though I know it's there. And I want to thank the wonderful, wonderful people from HelloCon RU for inviting me to the Lolita fashion show. I'm so glad that you did, because I don't think I would have ever applied hadn't you like specifically asked if I want to apply and encouraged me. But it was a good, fun experience, and I'm really, really glad that I did have it. So I didn't see any panels in Sunday because I was busy with the fashion show rehearsals and the meetup and then the fashion show, and then I just wanted to look around. I was looking for a Kaiba cosplayer that people had said that they had seen, but sadly I didn't see. It's also some other Yu-Gi-Oh cosplayers, but sadly no Kaiba cosplayer, and of course I was not in a Yu-Gi-Oh cosplay that day myself. On the last day, I also did some shopping. I thought I was gonna have time after the fashion show to do some more deciding on what I wanted to get and if I wanted to get some more stuff. But no. Then I left the sales area, and then there was instantly an announcement: we are closing the sales area in 30 minutes. So I went back and I got some stuff. I got 2 star-shaped rings. One that is like this lavender color, and the other that is this extremely realistic cookie, and also this extremely realistic heart-shaped waffle necklace with whipped cream and strawberries. And I love them all. I have really wanted to get some chunky plastic jewelry, but also some jewelry that looks like real food. So I'm really happy with all of the stuff I bought. They are all from a brand called Talking to Myself, which is a Finnish brand, and their stuff is super cute, and they had other stuff that I really liked as well. So I was super happy to find something that I genuinely really wanted, and had a hard time deciding what to get. But in general, I just had a fantastic time. Like, Tracon is one of the best conventions in Finland, and if you have the chance to visit it, I definitely recommend it. If you like lectures, if you like good programming, they also had like AMV competitions and things, but these needed separate tickets that you had to get, and I couldn't sadly get them. It's also really hard to get tickets to that event in general, but if you manage, then I definitely recommend it. It is an amazing experience, and I'm super glad I went. And I hope this video does alright, because my convention videos generally do really poorly, but I hope this one does alright, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!